Alright guys, so when we moved into this house a couple months ago, we loaded everything in from the moving container into the garage and then just slowly moved it into the house. And we just kind of used the garage as a catch-all. So I have been kind of putting off organizing the garage and putting it together on how I wanted it, and I've been kind of just trying to figure out how I wanted it in the first place, because it's just like, if you've ever moved into a house, it can be very overwhelming when you have a bunch of stuff in one area and you know it's supposed to go in that area, but you don't know how you want to organize it. And that's kind of how the garage is. With the old garage, I had a black workbench that I actually snagged from Sports Authority when they were going out of business. They were liquidating everything, and that workbench actually came from their bike workshop area. And the black cabinets that I had in my old garage, I got from Restore and painted those black. So I want to do something like that in this garage. This garage is just much bigger, and I'm not sure how I want to set everything up. So I was pretty lucky finding that workbench from Sports Authority and getting those cabinets from Restore. Getting that kind of stuff just kind of like at the right place at the right time. You may not get that kind of stuff or get that lucky all the time. I'm kind of thinking I'm actually going to have to build a workbench here and maybe purchase some cabinets and those types of things. So I started organizing the garage this past weekend. It took several days to kind of get things where they are right now. By no means is it where I want it for long term. I have kind of a lot of plans, or I think I have a lot of plans. It'll probably change as I figure out and start using this space more. But when I started organizing the garage, I just did a time lapse. So that's what I'm going to show you right here. And then after the time lapse, I'm going to kind of give you a tour of the garage to show you and talk about some of my plans for each area. So over here, this is where I'd like to have a workbench and some cabinets. I'm thinking about having a workbench that I can slide some carts that have drawers or cabinets underneath it, and have some open space for maybe a miter saw that I get later down the road. But what I'm thinking here mainly is just a workbench and cabinets for additional storage. Sliding over to this wall, this area I think would be a good area to have some tall cabinets to put the kids' toys in, and have an area to put shoes and those types of things. I do have a table saw that I was thinking would be good to slide right here next to a cabinet, but I think we'll probably need two tall cabinets to sit right here, and I just don't think there'll be enough space for the table saw, so I'm thinking that's gonna have to sit right here on the floor below these bikes, which may work out just fine. So this cabinet where all the fertilizers and automotive stuff is, it works out pretty good. It's a little flimsy. It seems sturdy enough to hold all this weight though. So this will kind of probably maintain the same for now. All I want to do is just get a locker on these handles or up at the top, just to keep my kids out of there, because none of that stuff they should be getting into for safety purposes. And over here, it still looks kind of messy, but it's at least more organized. If you remember from the very beginning shot of this video, this was all filled with boxes. I emptied probably close to 15 boxes of stuff and organized it and moved some of it in the house, because some of the stuff that was in this garage should have actually been in different areas of the house. But there's still a few more things, few boxes. All these boxes right here are for the garage. There's nowhere to put them because the garage isn't set up like I want it just yet. Up along here where I have my yard tools hanging, I'm thinking I'm gonna put probably about 12 feet of pegboard so I can hang these yard tools a little bit better. That's how I had it in my other garage. The entire garage is pegboard, and I like pegboard. just because of the versatility of it. You can literally hang anything anywhere on the wall for the most part. It's not as clean looking as maybe a slat board, but I just like the versatility of the pegboard, so I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do here. Who knows, that may change, but that's where we are right now. So when I was cleaning out the garage, I started sifting through this bag to see what was in there, and I haven't turned on my irrigation system at all yet. I haven't actually messed with this at all. I need to read through the instruction book just to kind of learn it a little bit more, but I was digging through this bag and found an actual map that shows all the zones of the sprinklers and where all the sprinkler heads are. So I thought that was really awesome because I obviously wasn't the one that installed it all. So that's going to wrap up today's video. I will shoot more videos as I begin to organize and put this garage together more and more. It's going to kind of come together in pieces. Different parts will be updated gradually. It's definitely not going to happen all at once because it can get pretty pricey. I probably will still kind of search for used things and those types of things. I don't know how much brand new stuff I want to purchase because again, that can get really expensive. But if you guys have any ideas for me to organize this garage and just have a really cool workspace for anything, whether it's lawn or woodworking stuff, let me know. Leave that down in the comments below. But I appreciate you guys watching today's video. As always, I'm Ben the Lawn Guardian, and I'll see you in the next one.